Good morning and good afternoon, Studio Art 360. Welcome to Tuesday. Sorry I'm not with you today, but you've got bigger and better things to worry about than where I am. Hopefully I'm still sleeping at this point. Unless it's the afternoon, then hopefully I'm at least awake with 1 cup of coffee in me. Today what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking the designs, your 5-inch designs that you created on Monday or even last Friday, and you are going to be transferring these ideas up to a piece of copper, where is it? There we go, that I talked about and demonstrated yesterday. And if you haven't already, you've taken the copper and your drawing, you've put them together, and we'll have taped them on the back, and then you're going to be using a tool. These are our wooden, let's see, what does it say here, modeling tool for these pieces. Ooh, brand new, just like a holiday. And you will be carving in, pressing into the drawing with these tools. So you'll either use the very tip, where's the tip? Like 3D here. Well, welcome back. We've got our patterns that you've drawn out as a radial or a symmetrical or an asymmetrical or even an approximate symmetrical design in front of you. And remember, we did this on just a plain old piece of paper, or maybe you worked on a piece of tracing paper or even that old school typing paper that we had. What we're going to do next is we're going to tape it with a piece of masking tape, and you can maybe see my masking tape over here, to a piece of copper. Now remember that copper is not a cheap metal, and so you're only getting one piece at a time. From here, you're going to begin to trace over the lines and the shapes that you've been using with either a ballpoint pen, like I have here, and what happens is it's going to press into the copper like that, or you're going to use another tool, which is simply a small stick of wood. Now it's a piece of dowel with a phalanged end, something with a little decorative quality there, or a pointy tip. And when we do this, all you're going to do is press that in. So let me find where I am at. And that's one thing I have to do a lot of, is go back and forth between where I was drawing and where I am currently. The other thing you have to do is make sure that you're working on a softer surface. You can see I'm working on the top of a WebMD magazine, and our magazines are available for you to use. So I'm going to continue doing this and pressing and pressing, and switching between tools if I have to, pressing in my dots there, my dots there, my dots there, and I'm constantly looking to see where I am and where I need to be, so that I am fully aware of the process that I'm going through. It's easy to kind of get lost, but what we're trying to get you to do is be patient with your work to create interesting and very thoughtful artworks. Now, an area like this, which is black, I want to fill that in, and so rather than shading it in like I might do with a pencil, I'm going to use very small lines, and because I'm using a ballpoint pen, I can see where my lines are. Now I don't want to draw on the metal itself, so I'm just going to draw over that surface like that. When we're all said and done, you're going to have this really great texture pressed into your piece of metal. Now I can take a look at what's happening here. The ballpoint pen works very, very well. This wooden piece of dowel works pretty good too. And you can trace over those lines and press in. Now you have to press kind of hard for it to work, So give it some elbow grease. But you also don't want to press through and tear your paper. So this is what we'll be doing today. Thanks. So now that we've gone through the process of using our pen or a small piece of dowel to engrave, to press into our piece of copper through our drawings from the past couple of days, you're all set to get going. If you haven't finished doing your drawing, that's your first agenda item. You absolutely have to have that finished before you move into the copper. Remember that one piece of copper per person. This is part of that learning how to deal with mistakes. If you do make a mistake, you have to learn how to move forward with that. How do you take that mistake and make it into something positive? Make it into a strong aspect of the composition. On Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be taking these, and maybe Friday, we'll be putting a stain to the front of them, and then, God bless you, we'll be putting a stain to the front of that and cleaning it up so that the recessed areas have a slightly different color than the raised areas. Remember that pattern is important. So if you've got lots of different patterns, and this example doesn't have a ton of patterns, but it's important to be dealing with some of these spaces in here. Some of my other examples had crisscrosses or things like that. I'd go grab one, but I want to let you guys get to work. So if you have any questions or comments or concerns about this, write them down and save those thoughts for me, and we can take care of it tomorrow. So today what you've got is you got to finish up your drawings. If you haven't finished them up, you're going to get a piece of copper so you can start doing that. You're going to tape your drawing to the copper. You're going to be using a ballpoint pen, not a non-ballpoint pen. So a ballpoint pen will work really well, or one of the little wooden sticks, the wooden dowels, to transfer that. Use your time wisely. I want everybody in their seats today. Music quiet, some really cool, relaxing, quiet. Maybe I'll find some smooth jazz for you to listen to. Anyways, that's it. Have a great day. Use your time. We'll see you on Wednesday.